Hello and welcome to EGW Writings Tech Tips. I'm your host, Daryl Thompson. Thank you for joining us today in another series on learning how to use the new egwwritings.org website. Now today what we're going to be taking a look at is what you can do when it comes to text selection. When you select text on the new EGW Writings website, you get a little toolbox that pops up. You don't have to use it as we showed in the previous tutorial. You can just go ahead and copy the text. But there is a great number of unique tools in there that are very useful, that each have their own purpose and function. And today, I'm going to demonstrate that to you. In front of me, I have opened up the beautiful book, The True Medical Missionary. Now, I'm going to just use this book not for any sense or purpose other than just to select text from it. But if I come in here and I just double click on a word, what it does is it opens up this little tiny toolbox on that word. Now I can come along and you can see along there's a whole series of little icons up here, but I basically just selected one word in the beginning because I wanted to show you two things. And that is here, the search and the dictionary lookup. Now if I click on search, what it's going to do, it's going to take that word varied and it's going to look for the word varied within that book. So you can see here it says there are 9 times within this book that the word varied is used. Now if I click on the search plus over here and I click on results, what it would have done is it would have taken the word varied and search for it across all of EGW writings. So it automatically passed from within the book to all of Ellen G. White's writings for you automatically if you click on the search plus. I'll just close the search plus again. And so you can come through and you can click on the second instance of it, and you can click on the third instance of it, and you can go through and look at all 9 instances where the word varying or varied or vary, so the different forms of it. You can say, well, you see I can see vary and varying, so there's all the different alternate forms. If you want to have exact matched only, you can come down and click like I showed you in a previous tutorial. You can click on exact word match and there are 7 results for just varied. I like to have all the varied forms of it so I'm not missing anything on how she uses it. But we've got that there and you can go through and click it. So that is that option of just the search. The second one is looking up the words. So like I might go here, exercise. So I double click on exercise and I can click on the little AC letter. It's also up the top here in the toolbar. You can see the AZ up the top there as well. That's the same dictionary lookup as shows down here on the toolbar. But I can click there on the AZ, and what it will do is it will look for the word exercise and it will look for it in the dictionaries. Now it looks in the Noah Webster's 1828 dictionary, the Merriam-Webster's 1828 dictionary, the Noah Webster's 1828 dictionary in 1910, Merriam-Webster's, and that's the one that we use today, the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. But Noah Webster created his definitions based off scripture. And the 1852 version is what Ellen White actually used, the 1852 version of Noah Webster's dictionary. But this is the edition prior to that, and it has a few less definitions, but the definitions remain the same. And it's very useful because they are scriptural definitions, and they are the definitions of the words of the contextual context of the word of the 19th century English that Ellen White wrote with. So you can see here, exercise, to use action or exertion as to exercise for health or amusement. Now we also have included here Judd Lake and Michael Campbell's Ellen G. White Pocket Dictionary. And so you can see here an exercise, you can open up and read the definition there. We also have Easton's Bible Dictionary that you can look up here as well. So there are multiple times that you can see that the word is used. We also have Strong's Greek and Hebrew Dictionary, and it will go through and look up the word all the way through, and you can scroll through and look at all the different definitions from the different dictionaries that we have on the egwwritings.org website. So they're 2 of the tools that are useful. So let me close the dictionary tool there. Now the other ones have to do with when I select the text. So if I come here and go, every association of life calls for the exercise of self-control, forbearance, and sympathy. And I go, okay, I love that quote. Along the top here, you have what we're going to get into now is some of the Study Center tools. The Study Center tools are like highlight is this little pen. You have bookmark. You have the note. We've already done the search. Now you notice how it's grayed out, the search in dictionary, because the dictionary works on a single word. I can still search for that phrase by clicking on it, and it will automatically, highlight the phrase here. And the good thing here is if I click on the search plus, it takes that phrase and you can instantly see that there are 6 times that phrase appears in other Ellen White's works. So that's really useful, that feature. I like how it passes across that we've done there. Let's just close the search, come back to select this text once more. Okay, so we've gone through all that. You could also click play and listen to it. We've done the copy already. And just like copy, you can print it. You can share it. If you click on the share, you can see here that you can copy a link that you can share out on social media. There are also other social media platforms you can click the link on right from here if you click the plus. And then you have in the advanced options where you can go through and select whether you want to share with a paragraph link, share the highlighted text link, share the range. So there's all those advanced options, and you can even check, share the ref code if you wish when you're clicking on the share option. So that's share. Let's come back, quickly select the text again. You can go along if you want to add this into your study center. You can use the default highlights by clicking on it. I'll just give you a quick demonstration. I click it and you can see how it just added one of my default highlights. And when you do that, it just adds it into the root of the study center. But if I want to specifically added this, now I'm just going to come back in here. See how I can edit it? So if you want to edit, you can click on this and you can edit your color. Okay, and then you could hit save, that updates your color. Or I could come back here and I could click on this and it actually opens up the full study center. Okay, so I could go ahead and click on the full study center. I'll just click back to come back into here. Or I could go ahead and delete it. Okay, so I'll hit delete. So I'll select the text through here again. And I could click on the history, but I'm going to show you the history operation after I've gone and added it. I actually want to go in and create an element in a new study in here on the Ministry of Healing. So I'll click on the highlight tool. And in here, you've got, I'll come and explain this a little bit later. I won't go into detail on this. We'll do that in a later tutorial. I quickly just want to select the color. And I want to select, instead of putting it into the root folder here, I actually want to create a folder in here called Ministry of Healing. So I click on the little study center link at the bottom. I click on the plus, and I'm going to do Ministry of Healing, and then I'll create that folder. And it's selected, and then I can click Save. And you can see now that I'm going to be creating this highlight in the folder, Ministry of Healing. I have my color. Maybe I'll make it green, since it's going to be nice and green. And I'll click Save. So here we go. Now, if I was going to take this phrase, like I showed you a second ago, and I clicked over here, and then I came here and clicked on Search, and I clicked on Search Plus, I could then go and see the other areas that she used this, and I could select it again. And this time, instead of having to come back and go through the whole process of creating it again, I just click on History, and it'll automatically add in there. I can come down onto this phrase, and I can select it again, and I can add it in History, and I can come down onto this, into Councils on Sabbath School Work, and sometimes the paragraph changes into other areas of context, and then I can click on the history. Now, when I come back to here, if I select that and go view it in my study center, see how I can instantly see all of the areas that I just did. So just clicking history just quickly, instantly added it, one after the other, into the same folder. Makes it nice and easy. And if I come back into my, general area of the folder, you can see that I've got my Ministry of Healing folder here, but maybe I want to quickly search in my study center for all locations of where I've used Ministry of Healing. I can just come in here, I can go MH for Ministry of Healing, and here it is. It finds it straight away. Very easy to search and find within the study center. And remember, I said if you wanted to delete it, you can just click on delete here as well. So that's your history. This is your edit row. This is your default highlights. This is your highlights. So if I want to select the text here to create a little bookmark on it, I can just come here and I can click on bookmark. I can enter in my bookmark, and I'm just going to do here frail. And I don't have to enter a passage in there. As you can see, I can place my bookmark here by just highlighting that. I can click on this and click save, and I can add a bookmark without a title to it. I can add a title if I want to come and search for it later. If I want to add some text in on my bookmark, all I need to do is just select any part of the text, click on the bookmark here, and then I can add up here and do like burdens. And now I'm getting a title to that bookmark, but I don't have to. When we come to the next section, which is a note, I literally, if I highlight here to add a note to this sentence here, I cannot click save, you see, until I add a note. I actually have to save a text. I don't have to do that on bookmark, but I must do it on a note. Okay, so I add in my note there, and here we are, and you can see I've got my little note placed in there. And I can come down here. So just remember that you must start to type, and it won't allow you to save. And you can put up, I think we made a limit of like 1,024 characters, I believe it was, that you can add in note size. We used to make it that it was unlimited, but we give you the free space currently on our servers, and a lot of people were putting whole chapters and things into their notes, and it was using up too much server space, so we limited it to 1,024 characters, just so you know. So we'll come in here and we'll go, we cannot afford to lose the spirit. All right, and I'll just save that. So now I've got a note there created. So that's my highlights, my bookmarks, and my notes function within the little text selection area. So we've run through everything here, and we did share. The last couple here is you've got the favorites. So if you want to add this book, and as I've already got it selected, you can add it into my library or remove it from my library, and we'll talk to you later about what my library can do. And then you can also come in here and add a typo. So if you click on this, as we've shown you in a previous tutorial, you can make a suggestion for the typo correction you believe that should have been made, and we will review it, and if it's true, we'll apply it. If it's not, we'll ignore it. And then if you click on send, it'll automatically send an email to us. All right, so that's all the little tiny tools that you have in the EGW Writings toolbox, text selection toolbox. There's a lot there, but they're great tools that all have a unique feature that can help you with your daily use of the website. Well, thanks for joining us. Have a nice day for now. Bye.